Good morning and hello to everyone after what was a little bit of a not good evening last evening. Travelled to Coventry, 4,000 supporters, everyone hoping that things are going to turn. And once again, we had an abject performance from a team of players that now look completely demoralised. I think the time to sort of stop beating around the bush has come. We last night we actually stood back from the group for a few hours. We all had a little chat and decided just to let the group look after itself for an hour or two, because it was impossible to try and defend some of the stuff that's gone on recently, and we decided just to stand back and look at it all this morning. So that's what I'm doing now. It's another one of my extremely early ones, which is always the best time for me, because I sort of can just give you my own thoughts rather than reading stuff and then being influenced by anything. Just as a normal Blues supporter, I was like very, I don't know, like just upset ain't the right word. I was embarrassed to watch the team performance. They look like players that don't want to play. There's something going on that we don't know about. Obviously it's only it's my guess that something's going on, because if I knew, I would tell you. But I mean, what happened yesterday when the team came out, I was like shocked. I sort of looked at it and also, why do they put the team out like that anymore? Just things, or now, they're just things that annoy you anyway. Like, they used to put it out, like goalkeeper, 4 defenders, blah, blah, blah. Now they just do it in a way that completely, like, they just put the numbers in. So it takes you 5 minutes to work out who's where. But when I looked at it and I thought, hang on a minute, like, no, Sanderson, all right. Not the biggest shock, perhaps. And then as I looked through it, I realised that Cody Drama wasn't there either. So I was thinking, no Sanderson, no drama. Then looked at the team. Mark Roberts is playing. It just, something's happened. I don't know what's happened. Where's Kevin Long gone? Why wasn't Cody Drama and Sanderson playing last night? It's odd to me that they've got injuries, because on Thursday we had the presser with Rooney and there was no mention of any injury to anyone. And you could well say, well, he didn't want to tell Coventry about it or something, but I'm not buying it anymore. I'm sorry, I'm not. Those two players then got injured between Thursday night and Friday night when they were playing. So I don't know what happened there. I have no idea. I think we need to look at it honestly now and think, what is going to happen? What are the club going to do about this? And how does Wayne Rooney feel about it? How do the players feel about it? Firstly, Wayne Rooney, I think, has got himself into a corner with this now. He doesn't know where to go. There's absolutely like no idea of any sort of pressing game last night. It was just a sort of abject lower bottom half championship team who were struggling with confidence, who were just there for the taking. And unfortunately, the team that took us was another lower to middle half championship team who haven't been doing too well either. I can't see Rooney's not going to walk, is he? He's sitting on a fairly big contract. He's not going to give up. He said he's going to keep going. He's had Gary Cooke behind him all the time. And it's all right, Gary Cooke telling us all to, don't be abusive to people, don't be rude. It's a bit condescending, really, because 90% of us aren't like that. If there happens to be a little bit of an element like that in every single football club, I'm sure you must have had it at Man City. It happens. All right, we don't need people to tell us. We understand that. What you could be doing is telling us what's happening on the pitch, because no one says anything. If you think that what's being given to us at the moment is acceptable, you're sadly mistaken. It's been fantastic that you've saved the club. Tom Warner. You know, not Gary Cooke. Gary Cooke, you haven't saved the club. You've come in and Tom Warner's given you a job to do. But Tom Warner, absolutely brilliant. You know, the ground is looking better than it's looked for years and years. We're getting some lovely stuff in the club shop. We have fireworks before the games. There's lots going on. We've got the foundation thing. We had a brilliant open house. And then, just typical of Blues, we just shot ourselves in the foot by not getting the fundamental thing right. The fundamental thing for this football club are two things. One is supporters, and one is football, and two is supporters, right? Those two things. At the moment, the football is abject and the supporters are not happy. We're only going to walk along wagging our tails for so long, unfortunately, because we cannot just accept that we're going to keep losing games the way we are. We go because we want to watch football. We don't go to applaud things that are done off the pitch. It's fine. It's absolutely brilliant that we get in these things, and I'm not being ungrateful. It's absolutely brilliant. But at the end of the day, it's about football. I want to know what's happening to the club. I want the club to tell us what's happening with Wayne Rooney. Why are we having this run of 9 games with 1 win that we were lucky to win against Sheffield Wednesday? We were lucky, take it from me. 9 games, 1 win, and 2 draws. Absolutely fantastic. Bottom of the current league table. I don't know where we're going to end up tonight when the games have been played for today. Don't even want to look at the league table, to be honest with you. Just upset, not happy. I've supported the regime to the hilt. And I still won't let, don't get me wrong, we're not going to allow people to be, to be abusive towards the club, Gary Cooke, Wayne Rooney on the site, nothing like that. But people want answers. I'm sick of people putting stuff on the site and us looking at it and not really being able to answer it because we can't, because no one tells us anything. So it's about time now, guys, you take your tin hats off, right? Come out today or on Monday when you've all had a chance to get your heads together and tell us what the hell's happening at our football club and what's going to and what the future of the manager is. We'd also like to know what's wrong with the players. I've heard personally that there's been upsets between Kevin Long and the coaching staff. I'd like to know what's happened to Cody Drama, what his injury is. I'd like to know what Sanderson's injury is. There's just so many questions that aren't answered. And you give us the answers on everything. Like, you were brilliant last week. We had an issue with the disabled stuff. We wrote to you, we complained about it. We wanted to know what it was. You put it right. I'm asking you now, tell us what's happening on the footballing side, all right? Because someone needs to tell us. And we're not talking about a post-match presser where Wayne Rooney just ambles on, right? His press conference doesn't cover what's happened. We want to know what's happened in the dressing room. We want to know what's happened with our players that were a very, very close unit some time ago. And I'm not saying that they were wrong to get rid of John Eustace. I just think they were wrong, probably the person they brought in to replace him. That was a bunch of players that liked playing with each other, that supported each other, that worked, that understood the fans, that we had a connection with the players. That connection seems to have completely gone now. We had a connection with the manager. There isn't one anymore. We had a team that sometimes got beaten, but mostly we could be proud of. And now I'm wondering what has happened to my club over the last 5 months. What's happened? So, like I said, I'm not going to go into the game. I don't think it's worth it. Get sick of trying to understand what's happening tactically because I just don't get it really. I really don't get it, and I'd like to know what's happened. So please, Wayne Rooney, Gary Cooke, you're the people in charge of the football side of things. Please come and tell us. We're the supporters. We're the ones that matter. Remember, without us, you don't have any club. Okay, so please come and tell us. I think the time for messing about has stopped. All right. we'll wait and see if we get any kind of response, guys. And I don't know, try and I don't know what advice to give you, really. You don't need any advice. You're all, you're all adults and make your own minds up. Just try and be kind to each other. Don't be slagging each other off. We're all in this together. So let's get some answers from the club and see where we go. All right. Thanks very much. And I'm going to speak to you soon. Bye.